What's up, guys? I'm Daemonxel, and we got the weekly developer Q&A for weeks 919 through 925. Blind read and reaction. Let's talk about it. Alright, so the devs are currently on holiday until October 6th, so I guess they had this pre-canned, but they released it today. Us in the CC channel, we have not seen this. I have not seen this yet. So I wanted to give a read and a reaction to this week's Q&A, because I know you guys like my reactions. But don't worry, the news is coming later on this week. We do have a few things to cover, and I will get that Big Kills video done eventually. So, alright. So, let's get into it. First question is, are there any plans to increase the weekly amount of amethyst cones that can be purchased? 20 per week is simply insufficient to cover 7 days of 8 max hours per day. To cover it should need 56 cones, and we're only provided with 20. The answer to that is, well, obviously, you're writing too much, Otto. Okay, here's an idea, and I know I'm going to take some flack for this. Don't AFK rat so much then. Take a break. Look at the outside world. Take a walk outside. Or, I don't know, play the game. Actually play the game. You know what I mean? Get in there, push the buttons yourself, and don't... I don't know. I'm a big proponent of... I do not like the AI core. I know it's good in certain areas, but when you are trying to go 8 hours... all day, every day, 7 days a week, and plus more. No, you need. No, just okay. That was my take. Sorry. The answer is the current number of amethyst cones being released aligns with our expectations, so we probably wouldn't make any increase for now. However, we will keep an eye on the relevant data and feedback for adjustment. Yeah, just play the game. Just play the game. I don't know what else to say. Play the game. Next question. Any plans for an event where you... Oh, got an event. Okay. We've talked about this. They don't care about events unless they can make money off it. So, let's go further into the question, but already I know where this is going to head. I know what the developer's going to say, and they're just going to say, oh, we'll put it on the roadmap, or we'll look to the future, or possibly that's a good idea. If it doesn't make them money, they're not going to do it. We've been after them. There have been so many events that they had initially when the game started. And, you know, like the Halloween event. Bring back the Halloween event. Revamp the Halloween event. It's Halloween now. It's the month of October. I highly doubt I know they brought the skins back. They brought the skins, but they did not bring the actual event back. Because that first event, you didn't have to swipe a credit card. That's why it was loved so much. Anyway, sorry. Whoever asked this question, I'm going to get back into it now. So, any plans for an event where you reward PvP kills? This to increase ship destruction and create more opportunity for industry. Prices of items are in the all-time high and players leave the game. Let industry have their chance to build more ships. Let PvP players fly their ships aggressively so they can buy new ships, mods, and rigs. Let miners, explorers have more businesses to supply to the public. Let lower-earning players a chance to play the game and a chance to enjoy the game. And the dev answers back. Now, these are both Water Knight. I do not know this dev. Never heard of him before. But let's see what he says. We will regularly release PvP and PvE content to meet the needs of different pilots. They will be released gradually in the future. See what I said? See, I told you, right? I told you. We are committed to introducing new content to cater to different playstyles. Stay tuned for updates. Again, like I said, I'm not saying the game is a maintenance mode, because we are touching up in the news how there is new things coming to the game. Things that we didn't think were coming to the game have been announced that are coming to the game. But in the aspect of events, yeah, I am not hopeful for any free events to come. That would be great. I would love a PvP style event. That would be so much fun. I love PvP in this game. It's one of my favorite things to do when I actually have time to play the game. But yeah, I would love to just jump in and do that. Ones that are not structure kills. Not the Inscription of the Galaxy where it takes you, 6 months to a year to get the actual rewards for the event. But that being said, I like where you're going with the event, but I've been dealing with NetEase for the past 3 years in this. I know where they're going with this. All right. Next two questions, or last two questions, however you want to look at it. Glass half empty, half full, Hi, Devs. I was wondering if we can add an AI core for mining barges that allows them to harvest ores and drop them at the station they choose. Thank you in advance. Oh, God. Yeah, and NetEase, please, can we have a legit script so we can AFK mine and not have to go third party and then possibly get, removed from the game and banned? Yeah, I guess you would also I could say this, if they did come out with this, I would bet money. They'd be like, you know what, for an additional, say, 2,000 AUR, you can add the feature that if a red enters the system, you'll automatically dock, right? Okay, so one of my answers is, hey, thanks for bringing up the idea of an AI core for mining. It's actually something we've been discussing internally. We'll assess its feasibility, and if it checks out, we'll introduce it to the game at the right time. And obviously, if you have an AI core and you're going to do this, please, obviously, it's no skin off my back, but if you do it, you do it. If someone starts doing this in like a work wall, I'm just saying, because I know there's people out there that will do it. I'm expecting, because they've also talked about doing AI cores for supers, right? And for caps. And I'm just waiting for those golden core AIs. Well, they actually said they weren't going to do AI for that. But eventually, if there's enough clamoring and people pay enough money, they will introduce an AI core. But I'm just waiting for those AI cores to get killed, mining, or, ratting or doing whatever. All right, let's go to the last question. As a pilot who flies several ships with different combat capabilities, I run different weapon systems to hit from various ranges. Are there any plans in place to tweak the auto-orbit feature to differentiate between the ships with different strike zones? Yes, I'm aware I can easily just orbit each target manually, but it is nice while it's out ratting to set and forget. Actually, I kind of like that idea. Yeah. Obviously, if you're doing PvP, you want to manually click to get rid of transversal, to do that. You don't want to auto-orbit anyone, but yeah, for ratting purposes, yeah, that would be great, if you can set it per ship. If I can, if I'm in, say, a Daemonxel, and I want to stay at range, say I want to stay 80 kilometers out or 100 kilometers out, and I'll always keep pushing that range, but my drones will keep going. If I'm in a medium ship, and if I'm in blasters, and I want to just, orbit at 10 or 8, I can go from one ship to the other and not have to auto-set it again. But it's a minor tweak, but yeah, I can see the validation of this. And of the three, well, no. The PvP event, that was a legit good question. I like that question. I just knew where the devs were going to go with that. But this is actually a really good question, too. So they say, currently, the auto-orbit feature is designed to operate based on a single weapon. Using multiple weapons is more complex. And to avoid system misjudgment causing losses, we hope pilots prioritize manual operations. So, yeah. So, yeah, they're not going to do it. So just set it yourself. If you're just using one ship to rat, like, obviously you're not going from Anom to Anom in different ships, but if you're just going to do, kind of set it and forget it, you have to do it each time you get into a new ship, that's all. So you just set it at that one time. You're setting it at one time, and then you can have hours up at that time. So, like you were doing before. So, these are your questions this week. I hope you found them entertaining. I hope you found me entertaining in my reactions to these questions. If you like, I'll keep doing more of these as soon as they pop them out, and as long as I have the time to make the videos. But yeah, and again, stay tuned. I will have that news video out in a few days. I'll have the big kills video out hopefully this weekend to cover the last 3 weeks. There are a few winners that I want to give out. I know I didn't have it the other week because Taylor wanted to do that community trivia, and I donated my Omegas to that. So, again, look forward to more stuff coming out. If I don't talk to you beforehand, have a great week, have a great weekend, fly safe, and remember, here, we're always one vision, one purpose, one friend.